Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin and Mari here today with another video. So yeah, for today's topic, I am going to be looking at the update as per the usual Tuesday tradition. Before doing so, I do want to say the Discord invite will be in the description, so anyone interested in joining, go ahead and click on that link. And I will say my server has been on fire with the advent of this update. Some people have positive opinions, most seem to have a negative opinion. I have a bit of a negative opinion with the update. So before I get into everything that I find wrong with it, I am going to read off one of the positives that we got. So, it's in the patch notes. I'm not going to go like crazy reading every single patch note. I'm just going to read the positive. Apparently Renko got a buff. So I'm just going to read over her changes. So, first thing, her normal attack damage is increased. Renko's Sword Wind at the end of normal attacks cannot be interrupted. Mugen Hoe damage is increased. Kanchao Ranbu damage is increased. Her Meteor Impact cooldown is increased by 1 second, but the damage of her Meteor has also been increased. Ito style Kaede no Kata cooldown is reduced by 1 second. Ito style Kaede no Kata damage is also increased. Wind Slice attack range is increased. Wind Slice damage is increased. The shift damage is increased. Ito style Arashi no Kata damage is increased. So yeah, the only small nerf or even tweak is that the Meteor has 1 additional second added to the cooldown, but its damage has been increased as well as pretty much everything in her kit has received an overall buff, which is really good. That's great that Renko got this. Personally, I don't feel like she needs it, just because she was already pretty strong to begin with in Arena and in PvE, but yeah, kudos to her for getting a buff, I guess. I do personally feel like that buff could have been better used on someone like Shiranui or Sakura, as opposed to Renko, but whatever, Renko got a buff. I just wanted to tell you guys that. Now, as far as my issues with this update, the first thing I'm going to get into is the extended maintenance. Generally, it's a tradition in any gacha game to give like an apology ticket or apology gems. I have heard rumors that the Japanese version did receive an ultra rare ticket for the maintenance. We did not. We got 2 rare tickets, so yeah, I'm not too pleased with that. That's kind of corny. They could have at least given us the same treatment and given us an ultra rare ticket as well, as these rare tickets really aren't going to do anything for anyone, especially if they don't pop super rare or ultra rare, and it's very unlikely that they will. So that's the first complaint. The next thing I want to look at is the gacha screen, as there have been changes there. We do have this new Shop of Desires. Okay. It is a good idea. It does help in certain regards. Like mileage, for example, that used to cost people 5,800 gems. Now mileage would cost you 2,800 gems if you're pulling from a new banner. So we'll use this Murasaki banner as an example. To get to 50 pulls with the 200 discount that you start with, it would cost 1,800 gems. So we take that 1,800 gems. For each pull you did, you will get one of this new currency called Desire. As you can see here, you see the orb and then a 50. So to be able to buy her mileage skin, you have to do 50 pulls instead of 150. So that's 1,800 gems, and then when you get to 50 pulls and have enough of this currency, it would cost you an additional 1,000 gems plus the currency you have earned to buy the mileage skin, totaling out to 2,800 gems to buy the skin, as well as 50 desire points, which is 50 pulls. So in regards to mileage, it cuts the amount of pulls you need to do by 2/3, because it takes 100 away from the 150, and then you just have to pay an additional 1,000 and net the skin. That's not bad. I have no issues with that. It's a way more cost-effective way to get mileage. While we're at it, we'll look at her skin since I'm sitting here. So yeah, this is super cute. She let her hair down, she has her sweet succubus wings, so yeah, this is adorable, of course. And since it's a unique mileage skin, I will go ahead and say it's worth it at this new price point. My biggest issue with the system comes from things like the pickup gacha, for example. It would cost you 100 pulls. So obviously if you do the gacha itself, you'll get the supporter if you do the 100 pulls. And then if you do, doing those 100 pulls, you'll also get this desire, right? So 100 of this. And then it's going to cost you an additional 1,000 to get another copy of the supporter. I feel like that amount of gems could be a bit lower, seeing as you're already paying 4,000 gems to reach 100 pulls. It should be more of a the price should be more of a pleasantry than an actual price, but of course it's 1,000 gems, because why wouldn't it be? But yeah, it's still better than it was, because if you get shafted, you can at least get your hands on another copy through this method, if you're willing to shell out another 1,000 gems, like money for another 1,000 gems. The only thing I'd say that bugs me about this system is they kind of didn't give any teaser or news about it, so anyone who pulled on this gacha kind of got shafted, and there's nothing they can really do about it. They didn't do like what most gacha games do, where if you pulled on one of the gachas that are part of this reward system, they just reward you the desire. It would have been neat if like people who pulled Spica, since she's still available, just had the 100 desire rewarded to them. It's like a show of good faith, but no, they just added the system and didn't really do anything to compensate people who pull right away. So that's unfortunate, because those are probably your most loyal customers. But overall, my issue with the Shop of Desires is that you're pretty much doing pulls to get a currency to meet a gateway to pay them. So you're paying them to get the privilege to pay them at the end of the day. Like, not to say the items in here are bad, like you see here we have every type of super rare ticket and their price points. We have every type of ultra rare ticket and their price points. The things here at the top are temporary. Spica will be leaving the 28th, and Murasaki's skin will be leaving the 4th. So, yeah, it's just kind of that sideways pay us to have the privilege to pay us that kind of puts me off with the whole thing. Next, we'll take a quick look at Murasaki's gacha. As you can see, the Milo skin is removed, and it's just a 100 streak to get the weapon voucher now, which is way better. That's 3,800 gems, if you decide to pull the whole thing. We'll look at her weapons and keep it moving, because there's a lot to cover. So we have the Masatsu Garuma. This is your typical rebellious weapon. I've covered them a bunch of times. Each time you crit, the enemy defense will be lowered by a percentage up to 5 stacks, with a 7-second duration. And then the active would increase your crit rate. Next we look at her Hawiya. This weapon, I do really like the passive. It's got one of the stronger passives, I feel. It states each critical hit increases critical damage by 8% for 7 seconds, and it stacks 5 times. So at base, that's 40% critical damage if she has a nice crit rate. And it doesn't look like Naraku or Phantom Knife, where if you get hit, you lose the stacks. So overall, I have no issues with this weapon. It seems pretty good. The active is worded a bit weird. It says deals 460% damage of knock-up attack. I think that's just supposed to be like deals 460% damage and knocks up. But the way it's worded is a little funky, so I can't really give much of an opinion on it yet. But the passive is amazing for this weapon. So yeah, her weapons are fine. Leaving this screen, we are going to come over here, look at the changes as far as the bundles. We're actually first, we do have our theme button now, so when we can use our Christmas theme, you would just simply click this button, and I guess it would allow you to change it, but we still are not able to use that theme until after the 22nd. Now we come to the package screen. All the character packages are now permanently available. You can still only buy one. Okay, if you buy it, the character gains a 100% experience boost for 7 days. So that means basically you'll be able to power level this character really fast. That's really cool, but again, like, it kind of shafts people that already brought this stuff and shelled out like currency for AP potions or hard grinded them. It kind of doesn't take into account people that already paid, which is unfortunate. You can buy the package even if you already have the character. In case you do own the character, the contents you already own are replaced with gems. So if you already have the skin, it would be replaced with the skin's gem cost, I'm assuming. And then if you already have the character, it would be replaced with her gem cost. So in Emily's case, she would be the most valuable one to buy again because Emily is 1200 gems. So I'd hope that they would give us 1200 back for her, as well as the price of her nurse skin and the gems in the package. Shiranui and Renko would cost 1000 gems, so that's how much you would get back for them, as well as their skin cost. And then Yuki, Sakura, and Asagi would give back 800 gems. So yeah. The other thing are the demon skins are available in these packages, so anyone who missed them, they are available permanently, it's just behind the paywall. But it's better than not having them at all, and these awesome tickets that they came with are available. I wish that the newer character packs followed this example, but you'll be able to pretty much cherry pick whatever weapon you want for them if you buy their packs. So overall, I'm not too bothered by this system. It's neat that they added this. Because yeah, it's a way to get gems at a lower price point, since you will be breaking 1000 gems easily for only 40 bucks, or in the newer girl's case, it's $44.99. So it's definitely like a bargain if you're looking to get a nice chunk of gems without actually buying gems. The next positive thing I want to look at, speaking of gems, is now we have a monthly pass. So it says here you would get 50 plus 13 gems daily for 30 days. So that's not a pass. Most gachas have it. The $3.99 price point is fine. I feel like this is a nice thing that does help out people who are super light spenders or free players. This would definitely be something worth buying just to get the extra gems per day. It's not a bad deal. This, however, I do not agree with. This is my biggest issue with this patch overall. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time on this. This package will be $29.99. It is a monthly package. Upon purchase, you will instantly receive 300 mileage points. You will receive 250 gems instantly, plus 65 gems a day for 30 days, totaling out to 2200 gems. That's fine. I don't mind this part of it. It's the bonus effects that don't sit well with me. So the first bonus effect I want to look at is the bonus item drop. I'm sure a lot of people are aware they have recently nerfed our daily drops from the gold daily, the shard daily, and the ore daily. The bead daily, I believe the modules are unaffected, the gold modules that drop, but I think the beads are affected. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do know for sure shard, ore, and gold are nerfed as far as drop rates. It's not so bad that you don't get anything, but it is very noticeable. So to me, they pretty much created a problem, right? And then a month later, came up with a way for us to pay to fix said problem by adding a bonus drop in this package. And I can't stand when games create a non-existent problem, make it a problem, and then give people an option to pay for it. So that bothers me. That's typical gacha practice, and I can't stand when mobile games do it. So that's a bit pay to win, in my opinion. As far as how the bonus drop works, it is per run, so if you do a 5 times run, you will get 5 times bonus drops. Or 5 bonus drops rather, not 5 times. But you would get 5 additional drops per run you do. If you do 5, you get 5 drops. If you do 4, you get 4 drops, etc, etc. Next we look at the plus 20 maximum AP. This I'm okay with, it's just more AP. Whales already have more AP anyway, as they would have every character, so yeah, that's not too big of a deal. The thing that totally turns me off to this package is the bonus skill slot. So if we leave this screen, we'll go and look at Asagi, because she looks pretty right now, and we go to her skill screen. You see here there is now a 4th skill slot for you to use an additional skill, but you cannot access this in any way, shape, or form as a free-to-play player. You must purchase this package. So that is a huge turnoff. That gives people who are able to buy the package monthly a huge advantage in PvP, just because they simply have a 4th skill. That's so amazing, because the game has a rule, right, where you can only have 3 skills, and this package pretty much allows you to pay to break that rule and have another skill. and it just allows more cohesive character builds. Whereas 3 skills kind of limited you, and it was kind of like you had to make a choice of what you wanted. That 4th skill kind of eases that tension a little bit when building a character. So that really puts me off. It really shafts people who are free to play or people who just simply don't want to spend 30 a month because a usual subscription is 15 a month. My also my biggest worry is that this new package is going to replace the Golden Pass. Now, I like the Golden Pass. Even at a $24.99 price point, which was already high, it at least helped free-to-plays out, like they saw some sort of rewards. So I do hope that they continue to do Golden Passes, but knowing that Japan has only had 3 and we've already seen 3, I'm thinking that that is a replacement for the Golden Pass system. I hope it's not the case. I hope we see more, even if it's not monthly, because like you're taking away like an ultra rare ticket, 2 ultra rare tickets from free players that was really helping them. And the bottom row, like the whole Golden Pass was just nothing but value. So it would be really disappointing to see this $24.99 pass that was overall well received leave for something like this, which has people wanting to quit the game. It's definitely, at least to my server, has put a lot of people off. Like I said, there were a lot of negative opinions about this, and I agree. The 4th skill slot should have just been something we all got. They already nerfed our overall skill percentages. Like if we look at our character skills, these values are already way higher in Japan. So they could have just let everyone have a 4th skill slot, I think. As the 20 AP, the additional drops from dailies, and then the mileage points and the gems are already enough for people. But to lock it all behind a $30 price point and the skill slot is just... it's just insanely scummy in my eyes, and that's why I haven't brought it yet, because I'm trying to like justify in my mind that it's worth it, and I just can't, because I can't unsee how unfair this is for the community. Like, it's pretty much telling people who don't pay, screw you, and I just hate when free-to-play players are stopped at the door without any satisfaction. And again, I haven't claimed this yet, I'm going to now, but this really puts me off. 2 rare tickets for an extended maintenance. It's just not acceptable. I would have been happier with like 20 or 30 gems over these, so... that's neither here nor there. That's everything I wanted to talk about today, so I'm going to end the video here. Those are my opinions in the update. I'm sorry they're not more positive. I know people don't like hearing negative speak, but I couldn't hold my tongue on this one. This update is really, like, it left me flabbergasted. I stayed up all night to see the contents of it, and I literally, like, just crashed after seeing how terrible it was and talking in my Discord, which is why I'm making the video so late today. Either way, if you found the video helpful or informative, please like or subscribe. It really does help me out. I want to say thanks again. I broke 800 subs. I believe I said it yesterday, but I don't say it enough. I do appreciate all the support you guys have given me. Like, it's amazing how quickly the channel is growing, and I just wanted you guys to know I'm insanely grateful for the support. So with that being said, you guys have a great rest of your day. May you have good luck in your gachas and in the arena. Please, like, try to stick with the game. But yeah, if you do stop, or if this update makes you want to take a break, I don't blame you guys, because it's really scummy in my eyes as well. But you guys go ahead and have a great rest of your day. Take care.